Where are you going? Morning bell ain't rung yet. Go back to sleep.
I want to beat the other fellas to the streets. I don't want anyone should see. I ain't been walking so good.
Quit your griping. You know how many fellas fake a limp to get sympathy? That bum leg of yours is a gold mine.
If somebody gets the idea I can't make it on my own, they'll send me off to the refuge for good. Be a pal, Jack. Help me down. Wow!
You want to bust your other leg too?
No, I want to go down.
You'll be down soon enough. Just take a moment to drink in my penthouse high above the stinking streets of New York.
You're crazy.
Why? Because I like a breath of fresh air? Because I like seeing the sky and the stars?
You're seeing stars, all right.
Them streets down there, they suck the life right out of my old man. Well, they ain't doing that to me. Years of rotten jobs, being stomped on by bosses. And when they finally broke him, they tossed him to the curb like yesterday's paper. And they ain't doing that to me.
But everyone wants to come here.
New York's fine for those who can afford a big, strong door to lock it out. But I tell you, Crutchy, there's a whole nother way out there. So you keep your small life in a big city. Give me a big life in a small town. They say folks is dying to get here. Me, I'm dying to get away to a little town out west that's spanking new. And while I ain't ever been there, I can see it clear as day. If you want, I bet you could see it too. Close your eyes, come with me, where it's clean and green and pretty. And they went and made a city out of clay. Why, the minute that you get there, folks will walk right up and say, welcome home, son, welcome home to Santa Fe. Planting crops, splitting rails, swapping tales around the fire, except for Sunday when you lie around all day. Soon your friends are more like family, and they's begging you to stay. Ain't that neat? Living sweet in Santa Fe.
You got folks there?
Don't got no folks nowhere. What, you?
I don't need folks. I got friends.
Hey, how's about you come with me? No one cares about no gimp leg in Santa Fe. You just hop a Palomino, you ride in style.
Feature me riding in style.
Hey, I bet you a few months of clean air, you could toss that crutch for good.
Santa Fe, you can bet we won't let them bastards beat us. We won't beg no one to treat us fair and square. There's a life that's worth a living, and I'm gonna do my share.
Work the land, chase the sun, swim the
Oh,
whole Rio Grande just for fun.
watch me stand, watch me run.
Hey, don't you know that we's a family? Would I let you down? No way. Just hold on, kid, till that train makes Santa Fe. Time for dreaming's done. Hey, Specs, Racer, Henry, Albert, Elmer. Get a move on, boys. Those tapes don't sell themselves.
my specs. You heard Jack. Get a move on.
I was having the most beautiful dream. My lips is still tingling.
Pretty girl.
A leg of lamb.
Hey, that's my cigar.
You'll steal another.
Hey, look, it's bath time at the zoo. I thought that I'd surprise my mother.
If you can find her.
Who asked you?
Tapes ain't been moving like they used to. Need your selling spot. Any ideas?
From Bottle Alley to the harbor, it's easy pickings guaranteed. Try any baker, bum, or barber, they almost all knows how to read.
It's a crooked game we're playing, one we'll never lose. Long as suckers don't mind paying just to get bad news.
Making a fine life, carrying the banner through it all. A mighty fine life, carrying the banner up and tall. When that bell rings, we go ready wishes, wings as free as fishes, strawberries, washing dishes. What a fine life, carrying the banner home for you all.
Well, hello, beautiful.
Step back, Romeo. None of what concerns you here. Good morning, miss. May I interest you in the latest news?
The paper isn't out yet.
Oh, but I will be delighted to deliver it to you personally.
Here's a headline for you. Cheeky boy gets nothing for his troubles.
Back to the bench, slugger. You struck
Go
out.
on, crush.
Hey, Crutchy, what's your leg say? Gonna rain?
No rain. Oh, particularly by evening.
Stay out of bottle, this guy. The limp sells 50 papers a week all by itself.
I don't need the limp to sell papes. I got personality. Takes a smile that spreads like butter. The kind that turns a fella's head.
It takes an orphan with a stutter, who's also blind and mute and dead.
Summer sinks and winter's freezing when you work outdoors. Start out sweating, end up sneezing. In between it pours.
It's a fine life, carrying the banner with the triumph.
Carrying the banner.
A bunch of big shots, tossing out a freebie to the ball.
Tossing out a baby.
The hold up, waiting makes me antsy. I like sliving chancy.
Harlem to the Lancey, what a fine life, carrying the banner through the
Hey, thanks for the grub, sister. I don't know, sister, but it's bound to rain sooner or later.
Just give me half a cup, something to wake me up. I gotta find it anymore.
It's getting bad out there.
Papes is all I got.
It's 88 degrees.
Let's change my
Wish I could catch a breeze. Maybe it's worth a shot.
All I can catch is
If I hate the headline now, make up a headline and I'll say anything I after.
Cause there's 2 for a penny. If I take too many, Weasel just makes me eat 'em after. Got a feeling about a headline. I don't see a headline. Papes are gonna sell like we was giving 'em away. That's your dinner, it's a doozy. Got a pistol bag of Louis. How to make a Newsies day. You wanna move the next station. Give us an earthquake or a war. And if that ain't news no more. Up down to Grand Central Station, down to City Hall. We improved our nice clear pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, the trolley strike. Not again.
3 weeks of the same story?
They're killing us with that snoozer.
Make way, step aside. Dear me, what is that unpleasant aroma? Woohoo! I fear the snooze man packed up during the night.
What could it be?
The Delancey brothers!
Hey, Oscar! Word in the street says you and your brother took money to beat up striking trolley workers.
So, it's on its way.
But cracking the heads of defenseless workers?
Hey, I take care of the guy who takes care of me.
But isn't your father one of the strikers?
I guess he didn't take care of me.
Hey.
You want something to you like? Come on.
That's not nice, Morris.
Hey, 5-1 Jack Skunk Sam.
Yeah.
You know, one unfortunate day you might find you got a bum gam of your own. How would you like us picking on you, huh? Maybe we should find out. Oh, yeah! Oh, you gotta catch me first!
Hey, let's go, Jack!
We'll all be out there carrying the banner man to man. We're always out there soaking every sucker that we can. Here's a headline: Newsies on a mission, kill the competition, sell the next edition. We'll be out there carrying the banner. See us out there carrying the banner. Always out there carrying the banner.
Thanks for the Newsies. Line up, boys. Morning, Weasel. Did you miss me?
The name's Wiesel.
Ain't that what I said? I'll take the usual.
100 papes for the wise guy.
Well, hello, Weasel.
At least call me mister.
I'll call you sweetheart if you spot me 50 papes.
Drop the cash and move it along.
Whatever happened to romance?
50 for the race. Next!
Good morning, Mr. Wiesel.
50 papes for Crutchy. Hey, get a load of this. A new kid.
I'm new too.
Don't worry, kid. It rubs right off.
I'll take 20 newspapers, please.
20 papes for the new kid. Hey, let me see your dime.
I'll pay you when I sell them.
Funny kid. Cash up front.
But whatever I don't sell, you buy back, right?
Certainly. And whenever you lose a tooth, I'll slip a penny under your pillow. This kid's a riot. Come on, cough up the cash or blow. All right, come on, move it along. Albert, let me see your money.
You know, you have a very interesting face. Ever think of getting in the moving pictures?
You think I could?
Sure, buy a ticket. Don't let anyone in.
Excuse me, sir. I paid for 20, but you give me 19.
See how nice I was to this new kid? And what do I get for my civility? Ungrounded accusations.
I just want what I paid for.
He said beat it.
Hey, new kid's right, Weasel. You only gave him 19. I'm sure it's an honest mistake on account of Oscar can't count to 20 with his shoes on.
All right, here, beat it.
Hey, give the new kid another 50 papes.
I don't want more papes.
What kind of newsie don't want more papes?
I'm no charity case. I don't even know you.
His name's Jack. Yeah, this here is the famous Jack Kelly. He once escaped prison on the back of Teddy Roosevelt's carriage. Made all the papes.
How old are you, kid?
I'm 10, almost.
And if anybody asks, you're 7. Younger sells more papes. And if we're gonna be partners...
Who says that we want a partner?
Selling with Jack is the chance of a lifetime. You learn from him, you learn from the best.
Well, if he's the best, then what's he need with me?
Well, 'cause you got a little brother and I don't. With that puss, we could easily sell 1,000 papes a week. Look sad, kid. Oh, we're gonna make millions.
This is my brother David. I'm Les.
Nice to meet you, Davey. So, my 2 bits comes off the top, then we split everything else 70-30.
50-50. You wouldn't try to pull a fast one on a little kid.
60-40. And that is my final offer.
Deal.
That's disgusting.
That's just business. Newsies! Hit the streets! The sun is up, the headline stinks, and this kid ain't getting any younger.
We'll all be out there carrying the banner
Gentlemen, the world is in trouble. Our circulation is down for the 3rd quarter in a row.
But, Mr. Pulitzer, every paper's circulation is down since the war ended.
Whoever said war is hell wasn't trying to sell newspapers.
Oh, we could use an exciting headline.
What have we got today?
The trolley strike.
That's not exciting. It's epic.
It's boring. Folks want to know, is the trolley coming or ain't it? No one cares why.
And anyways, the strike's about to be settled. Governor Roosevelt just put his support behind the workers.
That man is a socialist.
Teddy Roosevelt is no socialist. He's an American hero.
The man wants to outlaw football for being too violent. Football? Violent? You're right, he's not a socialist, he's a commie.
Mr. Pulitzer, please. You must try to sit still.
Gentlemen, please, you're making Nunzio nervous. And when Nunzio gets nervous, I don't look pretty.
You never liked Roosevelt. You wrote an editorial against him day after day when he ran for governor. And guess what? He got elected.
How can I influence voters if they're not reading my opinion?
Well, big photos attract readers.
Do you know what big photos cost?
Well, without flashy photos and headlines, how are we going to sell more papers?
There's an answer right before your eyes. You're not thinking this through. People, Nunzio knows when he's cutting my hair. Trim of it here and then trim of it there. Just a modest adjustment can fatten the bottom line.
Mr. Pulitzer, please.
Shaving is tricky, the razor should float. Shave me too close, and you may cut my throat. It's the simplest solutions that bolster the bottom line.
But how does that help us sell more papers?
We don't sell papers, silly. Newsies sell papers.
I've got it. Right now, we charge the Newsies 50 cents for 100 papers.
Yes?
If we raise that price to 60 cents per 100...
Now you're getting somewhere.
A mere 1/10 of a penny per paper.
Every single newsie would have to sell 25 more papers just to earn the same amount as always.
My thought exactly. It's genius.
Well, it's going to be awfully rough on those children.
Nonsense. I'm giving them a real-life lesson in economics. Why, I couldn't offer them a better education if they were my own. Give me a week and I'll train them to be like an army that's marching to war. Proud of themselves and so grateful to me, they'll be begging to pay even more. When there's dirt on your shoes, boys, for God's sake, relax. Why throw them out? All we need is some wax. Listen well to these barbershop lessons, for they'll see you through.
You'll be fine. You'll erase any trace of decline.
With a trim
and a snip
and a shine.
And the power of the press, yes, once again is mine. The price for the Newsies goes up in the morning. Just a few common sense gents, that's the bottom line.
Sing him to sleep, why don't you? Extra, extra, terrified flight from burning inferno. You heard the story right here. Oh, thank you, mister.
You just made that up.
I did not. I said he heard it here, and he did.
Well, my father taught us not to lie.
Well, mine taught me not to starve.
Hey, just sold my last pape.
Well, I got one more.
I'll sell it to pay for it.
Give it here.
buy a pape from a poor orphan boy.
Oh, you dear thing. Of course I'll buy a newspaper. And here's a dime.
Born to the breed.
This is so much better than school.
Don't even think it. When Pop goes back to work, we go back to school.
So, how's about we divvy up the money, we grab some chow, and then find you somewhere safe to spend the night?
Nah, we gotta get home. Our folks will be waiting dinner. So.
Oh, you got folks, huh?
Doesn't everyone?
No, our dad tangled with a delivery truck on the job. Messed up his leg pretty bad, so they laid him off. Now that's how come we had to go find work.
Yeah, sure. That makes sense. Too bad about your dad.
Look, how about you come home with us for dinner? Our folks would be happy to have you.
Mom's a great cook.
No, you know, I just remembered I got a thing with a fella. He's probably waiting on me right now, so,
Is that the guy you're meeting?
Kelly! Run for it! You! Jack Kelly! Stop! Kelly!
slow down, I think we lost him.
Someone want to tell me where I'm running? Look at no one chasing me. Who was that guy?
That there was Snyder the Spider, a real sweetie. He runs a jail for underage kids called the Refuge. The more kids he locks up, the more money the city pays him. Only problem is, all that money goes right into his own pocket. Do yourself a favor, steer clear of him and the Refuge.
Hey, you up there! Shoo! No kids allowed in the theater!
Not even me, Miss Meta?
Jack Kelly, man of mystery, get yourself down here and give me a hug. Where you been keeping yourself, kid?
Oh, never far from you, Miss Meta. Boys, may I introduce Miss Meta Larkin, greatest star on the Bowery today. She even owns the joint.
The only thing I own is the mortgage. Pleasure, gents.
Pleasure. What's wrong with you?
Are you blind? She got no clothes on.
That's her costume.
But I can see her legs.
Get out of his way so he can get a better look. Theater's not only entertainment, it's educational. Got the picture, kid?
Miss Meta, got a bit of a situation on the street. You mind if I hide out here for a while?
Where better to escape your troubles than a theater? Snyder after you again?
Hey, Jack, is it true that you escaped jail on the back of Teddy Roosevelt's carriage?
What would a governor be doing in a juvenile jail?
So happens he was running for office and wanted to prove he cared about orphans and such. So, while he got his mug in the paper, I got my butt in the back seat, and off we rode together.
So you really know the governor?
He don't, but I do. Say, Jack, when you got some more time, I need you to paint me some more backdrops. This last one you did is a doozy. Folks love it, and things is going so well, I can actually pay.
Oh, no, I couldn't take your money, Miss Meta.
You pictured that?
Your friend is quite an artist.
Calm down. It's a bunch of trees.
You're really good.
He's got natural aptitude.
Geez, I knew no one with an aptitude.
Miss Meta, you're on.
I am? Boys, how am I doing? Lock the door and stay the night. You're with Meta now.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the star of our show, Miss Meta Larkin.
I'm doing all right for myself, folks. I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wise. My investments and such have all gone up so much. Seems whatever I touch starts to rise. I've been all kinds of lucky, and yet the thing I want most I Long Island Sound. I pulled up a weed, they found oil in the ground. But you telling me you don't want me around. Now, honey, that's rich. Some guys give me ermine, chinchilla, and mink, and give me diamonds as big as a sink. But you wouldn't give me so much as a wink. Now, baby, that's rich. I get candy from Andy and brandy from Scott. Oh, and Frank and Eduardo chipped in for a yacht. I get stares from the fellas and prayers from the Pope. But I ran out of luck getting stuck with this mope. Oh, hey, baby, I was just talking about you. Now listen, sport, this life's too short to waste it on you. It may be rough, but soon enough I'll learn to make do with the mansion, the oil, the diamonds, the yacht, Andy, Eduardo, the pontiff, and Scott, and Frank, and my bank. So spill no tears for me. Rich. And now, gents, let's have a round of applause for the Bowery Beauties.
Hello again.
This is a private box.
Well, you want I should lock the door? Twice in one day, you think it's fate?
Go away, I'm working.
Oh, working girl, huh? Doing what?
Reviewing the show for the New York Sun.
Hey, I work for the world.
Somewhere out there, someone cares. Go tell them.
The view's better here.
Please go. I am not in the habit of speaking to strangers.
Then you were gonna make one lousy reporter. The name's Jack Kelly.
Is that what it says on your rap sheet?
Oh, a smart girl. You know, I admire smart girls. Beautiful, smart, independent.
Do you mind? You got in for free. At least pay attention.
Sorry, Meta. I got no use for moonlight or sappy poetry. Love at first sight's for suckers, at least it used to be. Look, girls are nice once or twice, till I find someone new. But I never planned on no one like you.
Come on knocking on my door. For moonlight, I should have known you'd start like
poetry. Love at first sight for suckers, at least it used to be.
What are you doing?
Quiet down, there's a show going on.
You are the most impossible boy.
No, I never planned on no one like you.
kept me awake all night.
Sirens, they's like lullabies to me. The louder they wail, the better the headline. And the better the headline, the better I eat. And the better I eat.
The further away from you I sleep.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry we're late. We had to go help our mom with something.
I got a mother. I was gonna get me one of those.
Yeah, what'd you do with the one you had?
He traded her for a box of cigars.
It was Coronas!
We have a father, too. A mother and a father.
Ain't we the hoi polloi?
So, how's it going today?
Ask me after they put up the headline.
Here it comes now.
New Newsy price, 60 cents per 100.
What'd you say?
Is that news?
It is to me.
They jacked up the price of papes, 10 cents more 100.
I could eat 2 days on a dime.
I'll be sleeping on the street.
You already sleep on the street.
In a worse neighborhood.
What are you all standing around for?
Jack, get a load of this.
Like Pulitzer don't make enough already.
Papes for the Newsies.
Relax, it's gotta be a gag.
Line up, boys.
Hey, real good joke, Weasel. You really got the fellas going. I'll take 100, be out of your way.
Yeah, 100 will cost you 60.
I ain't paying no 60.
Then make way for someone who will.
You bet. Me and the fellas will take a hike over to the Journal.
Yeah. I'll save you the walk. They upped their price too.
Well, then we'll take our business to the Sun.
Yeah.
Same all over town. New day, new price.
Why the jack up?
Ah, for them kind of answers, you gotta ask a little high up the food chain. So, you buying or moving on?
Come here, fellas.
They can't just do that, can they? Why not? It's their paper.
It's their world.
Have we got no rights?
We got the right to starve. Let's just get our papes and hit the streets while we still can.
At them prices?
Do we got a choice?
Hold on. Nobody's paying no new nothing.
You got an idea?
Keep your shirt on. Let me think this through.
What's your angle?
Stop crowding the man. Let the man think it out. Hey, Jack, you still thinking?
Sure he is. Can't you smell smoke?
All right, here's the deal. We don't sell papes. Nobody sells papes. Nobody gets to that window until they put the price back where it belongs.
Yeah. Like a strike?
You heard Davey. We're on strike.
Yeah.
We shut this place down like them workers shut down the trolleys.
Yeah, but the cops will bust their heads. Have them strikers later with broke bones.
The cops ain't gonna care about a bunch of kids. Right, Davey?
Leave me out of this. I'm just here trying to feed my family.
Oh, and the rest of us is here on playtime. Look, just because we make pennies don't give nobody the right to rub our noses in it.
It doesn't matter. You can't strike. No, you're not a union.
What if I says we is?
There's a lot of stuff you have to have in order to be a union. Like membership.
What do you call these guys?
And officers.
I nominate Jack president.
Gee, untouched.
How about a statement of purpose?
Oh, I must have left that in my other pants.
What's a statement of purpose?
You know, a reason for forming the union?
What reason did the trolley workers have?
I don't know. Wages, work hours, safety on the job?
Who don't need that? Hey, I bet if your old man had a union, you wouldn't be out here selling papes right now, yeah?
Yeah.
So, our union is hereby formed to watch each other's backs. Yeah. Unioned we stand. Hey, that ain't bad. Somebody write that down.
I got a pencil.
Meet our Secretary of State.
Hey, if you want to strike, the membership's got to vote.
All right, so we vote. My fellas, it's your choice. Do we roll over and let Pulitzer pick our pockets? Or do we strike?
Strike!
You heard the voice of the membership. The Newsies of Lower Manhattan are officially on strike. What next?
Wouldn't a strike be more effective if somebody in charge knew about it?
Be a pleasure to tell Weasel myself.
Well, then who tells Pulitzer? Davey.
I don't know. I guess you do, Mr. President.
That's right. We do. What do we tell him?
The newspaper owners need to
respects your rights as employees.
Pulitzer and Hearst have got to respect the rights of the working kids of this city.
But they can't just change the rules whenever they feel like it.
Yeah, we do the work, so we get a say.
Yeah. We've got a union.
Yeah.
Pulitzer and Hearst, they think we're nothing. Are we nothing?
No! They need to understand that we are not enslaved to them. We are free agents.
Pulitzer and Hearst, they think they got us. Do they got us?
No! No, we're a union now. The Newsboy Union, and we mean business.
Even though we ain't got hats or badges, we're a union just by saying so. And the world will know.
What's to stop some other kids from coming to sell out papers?
Just let them try.
No, we can't beat up on other kids. We're all in this together.
What's it gonna take to stop the wagons? Are we ready?
Yeah!
What's it gonna take to stop the scabbers? Can we do it?
Yeah!
We'll do what we gotta do until we break the will of Mighty Bill and Joe. And the world will know, and the journal too. Mr. Hearst and Pulitzer, have we got news for you? See, the world don't know, but they're gonna pay. Instead of hawking headlines, we'll be making them today. And our ranks will grow,
and we'll keep their ears.
Yeah! And the world will know that we've been here. When the circulation bell starts ringing, will we hear it?
No!
What if the Delancey's come out swinging? Will we hear it?
No! When you got 100 voices singing, who can hear a lousy whistle blow?
And the world will know that this ain't no game. That we got a ton of rotting fruit and perfect aim. So they gave their word, well it ain't worth beans. Now they're gonna see what stop the presses really means. And the old will weep and go back to sleep.
And we got no choice but to see it through.
I lost my shoe!
And the world will. Yeah!
Pulitzer may own the world, but he don't own us.
Pulitzer may own the world, but he don't own us.
Pulitzer may crack the whip, but he won't whip us.
Pulitzer may crack the whip, but he won't whip us.
And the world will know.
We've been keeping score. Either they gives us our rights or we gives them a war. We've been down too long, and we paid our dues.
And the things we do today will be tomorrow's news.
And the die is cast, and the torch is passed.
The war will rise, and our race will grow, and so the world will feel the fire and fight. No!
You can tell Pulitzer that a few days into the strike, he's gonna be begging for an appointment to see me. You got that? He got it.
Pulitzer may own the world, but he don't own us.
Pulitzer may own the world, but he don't own us.
Pulitzer may crack the whip, but he won't whip us.
Pulitzer may crack the whip, but he won't whip us.
So the world says no. Well, the kids do too. Try to walk all over us, we'll stomp all over you.
Can they kick us out? Take away our votes!
When we let them stuff this crack of garbage down our throats, no! And we can't be wait, 'cause the day we lose.
glass of water for you. One for you. And more water for you. And you. Yeah, who's the big spender? What ordered? Seltzer?
Over here.
That'll be 2 cents.
2 cents for a glass of seltzer? Just give me water.
How did I ever see that coming?
No, I'd say that we launched our strike in a most auspicious manner.
I don't know about that, but we sure scared the bejeebus out of we.
And did you see the Delanceys? They didn't even know which way was up.
All right, so what's next?
Well, now we have to spread the word. Let the rest of the city's newsies know about the strike.
All right, you heard the man. Let's split up and spread the word.
I'll take Harlem.
I got Midtown.
I got the Bronx.
I got the Bowery.
Specs, you take Queens. Tommy boy, you take the East Side. And who wants Brooklyn? Come on. Brooklyn! Spot Conlon's turf. Finch, you're telling me you're scared of Brooklyn.
I ain't afraid no turf. That Spot Con kind of gets me a little jittery.
Fine, me and Davey will take Brooklyn.
Me? No, I got...
Why is everyone so scared of Brooklyn?
What are you doing here?
Asking a question. Do you have an answer?
Brooklyn is the 6th largest city in the entire world. You get Brooklyn, you hit the mother lode. You know, for someone who works for the New York Sun, you sure spend an awful lot of time around the world. What's that about? You following me?
The only thing I'm following is a story. A ragtag gang of ragamuffins want to take on the kingmakers of New York? Think you have a chance?
Shouldn't you be at the ballet?
Question too difficult? Let me rephrase. Will the rich and most powerful men in all New York give the time of day to a gang of kids who haven't even got a nickel to their name?
You don't gotta be insulting. I got a nickel.
So I guess you'd say you're a bunch of Davids looking to take on Goliath?
We never said that.
You didn't have to. I did.
You know, I noted a lot of newspapers in my time, but I never noted no girl reporter writing the hard news.
Wake up to the new century. The game's changing. How about an exclusive interview?
Ain't your beat entertainment?
This is entertaining so far.
What's the last news story you wrote?
What's the last strike you organized?
You're out of your league, Kelly. We thinks the lady needs to be handled by a real man.
You think's wrong, Romeo.
How'd she know my name?
No, I'd say that we save any exclusive for a real reporter.
You see anybody else giving you the time of day? Look, I'm just busting out of the social pages, but you give me the exclusive, let me run with the story, and I promise I'll get you the space.
You really think we could be in the papers?
Shut down a paper like The World? You're gonna make front page. You're the
You want a story? Show up tomorrow morning in front of the circulation gates, and you'll get one. Oh, and bring your camera, because you're going to want to snap a picture of this.
Yeah! All right, boys. Play outside. I got to set up for dinner. I got paying customers need the tables.
Come on, we got Newsies to visit. You won't be shooing us away and we get our mugs in the papers. Yeah.
And the world will know we've been keeping score. Either they give us our rights or we give them a war. We've been down too long and we paid our dues. And the things we do today will be tomorrow's news. And the die is cast and the torch is passed and the world will rise. Our rings will grow and so the world will feel the fire and finally know.
Hey, come on, Les. The folks are waiting.
So what's your story? You selling papers to make your way through art school?
Art school? Are you kidding me?
But you're an artist. You've got real talent. You should be inside the papers illustrating, not outside hawking it.
Well, maybe that ain't what I want.
So tell me what you want.
Well, can't you see it in my eyes?
Yeah, okay. Have you always been their leader?
Me? No. I'm just a blowhard. Davy's the brain.
Modesty is not a quality I would have pinned on you.
You got a name?
Catherine? Plumber?
Well, what's the matter? Ain't you sure?
It's my byline, the name I publish under. Tell me about tomorrow. What are you hoping for?
Well, I'd rather tell you what I'm hoping for tonight.
Mr. Kelly?
This morning we stopped our Newsies from carrying out the papes, but the wagon's still delivered to the rest of the city. Tomorrow, we stop the wagons.
Are you scared?
Oh, do I look scared? But ask me again in the morning.
Good answer. Good night, Mr. Kelly.
Well, hey, where are you running to? It ain't even supper time.
I'll see you in the morning. And, off the record, good luck.
Hey, Plumber. Write it good. We both got a lot riding on you.
You heard the man? Write it good. Write it good or it's back to weaseling your way through the flower show. No pressure. Okay, let's go. Newsies stop the world. A little hyperbole, never hurt anybody. With all eyes fixed on the trolley strike, there's another battle brewing in the city. And if I could just write about it. Oh, come on, Catherine, those boys are counting on you. Oh, you poor boys. Write what you know, so they say. All I know is I don't know what to write or the right way to write it. This is big, lady, don't screw it up. This is not some little vaudeville I'm reviewing. Poor little kids versus rich, grady sourpusses. It's a cinch, it can practically write itself, and let's pray it does. Cause I may have mentioned I have no clue what I'm doing. Am I insane? This is what I've been waiting for. Well, that plus the screaming of 10 angry editors. A girl, it's a girl. How the hell is that even legal? Look, just go and get her. Not only that, there's a story behind the story. Thousands of children exploited, invisible. Speak up, take a stand, and there's someone to write about it. That's how things get better. Give life's little guy some ink, and when it dries, just watch what happens. Those kids will live and breathe right on the page, and once they're center stage, you watch what happens. And who's there with her camera and her pen? As boys turn into men, they'll storm the gates, and then just watch what happens when they do. Modern-day David is poised to take on the rich and powerful Goliath with the swagger of one twice his age, armed with nothing more than a few nuggets of truth. Jack Kelly stands ready to face the behemoth Pulitzer. Now that is how you turn a boy into a legend. Picture a handsome, heroically charismatic, plain-spoken, know-nothing, skirt-chasing, cocky little son of a lie down with dogs, and you wake up with a raise and a promotion. So he's a flirt, a complete egomaniac. The fact is he's also the face of the strike. What a face, the facts, that's a face that could save us all from sinking in the ocean. Like someone said, power tends to corrupt, and absolute power, wait, corrupts? Absolutely, that is genius! But give me some time, I'll be twice as good as that. 6 months from never, just look around at the world we're inheriting and think of the one who created. Their mistake is they got old, that is not a mistake. We'll be making no, sir, we'll stay young forever. Give those kids and me the brand new century, and watch what happens. It's David and Goliath, do or die, the fight is on, and I can watch what happens. But all I know is nothing happens if you just give in. It can't be any
Anyone else coming?
Don't got a clue.
You seen Spot Conlon, right? What'd he say?
Sure, we seen him.
Him and about 20 of his gang.
And them Brooklyn boys is big.
But I gotta say, Spot was impressed. Yeah?
I'd say.
So they're with us?
That all depends how you look at it. If you look and see Brooklyn, then they're with us.
They want to prove we weren't gonna fold at the first sign of trouble.
Are we?
We are not. There's us and Harlem.
Not so fast, boss. Harlem wants to know what Brooklyn's gonna do.
What about Queens?
Queens will be right here backing us up.
Ah, you see.
As soon as they get the nod from Brooklyn.
I got the same fisheye in Midtown.
Say, Oscar, looks like we got some bum information about a strike happening here today. Not that I'm complaining. My skull busted after use a day of rest.
Are we doing the right thing?
Sure we are. Maybe we should put this off for a few days.
We can't just say something. Tell them if we back off now that they'll never listen to us again.
Look, we can't back down now, all right? No matter who does or doesn't show. Like it or not, this is where we make a stand.
How's about we just don't show up for work?
No, they'll just replace us. They have to see us stand our ground. Baby, you tell them.
Now is the time to seize the day. Steer down the odds and seize the day. Minute by minute, that's how you win it. And we will find a way. But let us seize the day.
Hey, Jack, look what I made. Good, huh? Strike!
That is great. That's pitiful.
Don't be so quick to judge. Maybe Pulitzer will look out of his office and feel sorry for us.
Hey, Specs, any sign of reinforcements? Davey.
Courage cannot erase our fear. And courage is when we face our fear and tell those with power, safe in their tower, we will not obey.
Behold the brave battalion that stands side by side, too few in number and too proud to hide, and say to the others who did not follow through, you're still our brothers and we will fight for you. Now is the time to seize the day. Stare down the odds and seize the day. Once we've begun, if we stand as one, someday become somehow. And a prayer becomes a vow. And the strike starts right then now.
Ah, the sun is out and the birds are singing. A beautiful day for busting skulls.
Who are they?
Scabs. Who do you think?
They can't just waltz through and take on jobs.
We can take them.
Let's soak them, boys!
No, just stand together! We don't stand a chance. Jack!
Yeah, all right. I hear you. Listen, fellas. I know someone put yous up to this. Probably paid you some extra money, too, yeah? Oh, it ain't right. Pulitzer thinks we're gutter rats with no respect for nothing but including each other. Is that who we are? Well, we stab each other in the back, and yeah, that's who we are. But if we work together, we could change the whole game. And this ain't just about us. There are boys and girls all over the city who should be out playing or going to school. But instead, they're slaving to support themselves and their folks. There ain't no crime to being poor. And not one of us complains that the work we do is hard. All we ask for is a square deal. Fellas, for the sake of every kid in every sweatshop, factory, and slaughterhouse in this town, I beg you, throw down your papers and join the strike.
Please? I'm with ya.
Now is the time to seize the day.
Now is the time to seize the day.
Answer the call and don't delay.
Answer the call and don't delay. Wrongs will be righted if we're united. Let us seize the day.
Kidding, right?
At the end of the day, who are you gonna trust? Them or them?
Yeah!
Now let him hear it loud and clear.
Now let him hear it loud and clear.
Like it or not, we're drawing near.
Like it or not, we're drawing near. Proud and defiant, we'll slay the giant. Judgment Day is here.
Oh, what the hell? He father's gonna kill me anyway.
Yeah! House into Harlem. Look what's begun. One for all and all for one. Strike! 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 Strike!
Mr. Pulitzer! Newsies forever, second to none. One for all and all for one for all.
Time we teach these kids a lesson.
Newsies, get 'em! Weasel!
showed up. They're slaughtering us.
Jesus, fellas, it's the bull!
Can't run forever, Kelly!
Jack, no, wait for me! Jack, help me, please! No, Jack! No, no, no!
Folks, we finally got a headline. Newsies crushed as bulls attack. Crutchy's calling me. Them Crips just too damn slow. Guys are fighting, bleeding, falling. Thanks to good old Captain Jack. Captain Jack just wants to close his eyes and go. Let me go far away, somewhere they won't never find me, and tomorrow won't remind me of today. When the city's finally sleeping, when the moon looks old and gray, I get on a train that's bound for Santa Fe. And I'm gone, and I'm done. No more running, no more lying, no more fat old men denying me my pay. Just a moon so big and yellow, it turns night right into day. Dreams come true, yeah they do, in Santa Fe. Where does it say you gotta live and die here? Where does it say a guy can't catch a break? Why should you only take what you're given? Why should you spend your whole life living trapped where there ain't no future? Even at 17, busting your back for someone else's sake. If the life don't seem to suit ya, how about a change of scene? Far from the lousy headlines and the deadlines in between. Santa Fe, my old friend, I can't spend my whole life dreaming. No, I know that's all I seem inclined to do. I ain't getting any younger, and I wanna start brand new. I need space and fresh air. Let 'em laugh in my face, I don't care. Save my place. I'll be there. Just be real. That's all I'm asking. Not some painting in my head. 'Cause I'm dead if I can't count on you today. I got nothing if I
Drink up, boys. Drink up. Don't ever say I don't give you nothing. And before you say that water is nothing, just ask a fish in the desert.
Why do old people talk?
Proves they're still alive.
Would you get a load of these glum mugs? Could these really be the same boys who made front page of the New York Sun?
Front page of what? Let me see. Look at what you look at, that's me.
Front page and you ain't even dead.
Where's me?
Wait till my old man gets a load of this. I won't be last in line for the top tonight.
You got us in the paint?
You got yourselves in the paint.
Newsies stop the world. Now that's a headline even Elma could sell.
What else do you got?
Mine's the only story that ran. Pulitzer declared a blackout on all strike material, so even I'm shut out now. I heard they arrested Crutchy. Did they get Jack too?
The Delanceys are spreading a story that Jack took on the lam for son of cops.
Jack don't run from no fights.
Take it down, shortstop. I'm just reporting the news.
For jumping Jack's sake, can you stow the seriosity long enough to drink in the moment? I'm famous.
Yeah, and what of it?
Are you stupid or what? When you're famous, the world's your oyster.
Yo, what?
Your oyster. Your oyster. You know, your fancy clam with the pearl inside.
All right, how much does being famous pay?
You don't need money when you're famous. They give you whatever you want. Such as a pair of new shoes with matching laces, a permanent box and the sheepshead braces,
Strawberry on rye with sour pickle,
a personal post on a wooden nickel. Look at me, I'm the king of New York. Suddenly, I'm respectable, stare right at your lousy with stature.
You're visible from muckety muck. I'm blowing my go and go luck.
And there I'll be, ain't I pretty? It's my city, I'm the king of New York.
Some gold watch with chain that's twirling, a very own bed and an indoor toilet, a barber shop haircut that costs a quarter,
Regular beat for Sarah Porter and Ray Funk. She's the king of New York. We were some pale and pitiful Pulitzer's poodles,
almost about to drown in the drink when she fished us out
and drowned the sing.
So let's get drunk!
Yeah!
Live like a fireworks quicker, where you king of New York?
Either dead or dreaming, smoking that cake with my face beaming. Tomorrow may wrap dishes in it, but I was a star for one whole minute.
Woo!
Greetings from the refuge. How are you? I'm okay. Guess I wasn't much help yesterday. This night has soaked me real good with my crutch. Oh yeah, Jack. This is Crutchy, by the way. These here guards, they is rude. They say jump, boy, you jump, or you're screwed. But the fool ain't so badly so far, 'cause so far they ain't brung us no food. Ha, ha. I missed the rooftop. Sleeping right out the open in your penthouse in the sky. There's a cool breeze blowing even in July. Anyway, so guess what? There's a secret escape plan I got. Tie a sheet to the bed, toss the end out the window, climb down and take off like a shot. Maybe though, not tonight. I ain't slept and my legs still ain't right. Hey, but Pulitzer, he's going down. And then Jack, I was thinking we might just go, like you was saying, where it's clean and pretty, with no buildings in your way, and you're riding Palominos every day. Once that train makes damn this place. I'll be fine. Good as new. But there's one thing I need you to do. On the rooftop you said that a family looks out for each other. So tell all the fellas from me to protect one another. The end. Your friend. Your best friend. Your brother. Crutchy.
You in there! Pipe down!
Jack, here's everything I owe you for the first backdrop, and for this one, and just a little extra on account I'm gonna miss you so.
Miss Meta.
Jack.
You're a gem.
Just tell me that you're going somewhere and not running away.
Does it matter?
Well, if you're going somewhere and it's not the right place, you can always go somewhere else. But if you're running away, nowhere's ever's the right place.
How about letting a pal know you're still alive?
Why don't I leave you to your friend?
Where did you go? We couldn't find you.
You ever think I didn't want to be found?
Hey, is that a real place? You know, that Santa Fe? Hey, no, did you see the paper? We are front page above the fold. Oh, yes, above the fold.
Good for you.
You know, everyone wants to meet the famous Jack Kelly. Now, even Spot Collins sent over a kid just to say the next event, you can count on Brooklyn. How about that, huh?
We were stomped into the ground.
Yeah, they got us this time. I'll grant you that. But, you know, we took round one. And with press like this, I mean, our battle is far from over.
Every newsie who could walk showed up to sell papes today like the strike never happened.
You know, I was right out there with them. If I don't sell papes, my folks don't eat.
Save your breath. I get it. hopeless.
But then I saw this look on Weasel's face. He was actually nervous. And then I thought that this wasn't over. No, we got him worried, really worried. And then I walked away. Lots of other kids did too, and that is what we call a beginning.
There he is, just like I said.
Oh, for crying out loud, where's a fella gotta go to get away from you people?
Yeah, there's no escaping us, pal. We're inevitable.
So, what's the story? Will Meta let us have the theater?
Quiet down, I didn't ask yet.
What's the holdup? I gotta let my girl know we've got a date.
Your girl?
You heard me. I've been swanning skirts away all morning. Fame is one intoxicating potion. And this her girl Sally, she's a plum.
Word is you wrote a great story.
You look like hell.
Hey, Jack, where's this supposed to be?
It's Santa Fe.
I've got to tell you, Jack, this whole go west, young man thing is getting tired. Even Horace Greeley moved back to New York.
Yes, he did. And then he died.
Aren't reporters supposed to be nonpartisan?
Ask a reporter. Pulitzer had me blacklisted from every news desk in town.
Can we table the palaver and get back to business? Will Meta let us have the theater?
It's what I've been trying to tell you. No, we want to hold a rally. A citywide meeting where every newsie gets a say and a vote. And we do it after working hours, so no one loses a day's pay. Smart?
Smart enough to get you committed to a padded room.
The guy who's painting places he's never seen is calling us crazy?
You want to see a place I seen? Huh? Newsies Square, thanks to my big mouth overflowing with failure. Some guys hurt, others arrested.
Lighten up, no one died.
Oh, is that what we're aiming for now? No, go ahead. Call me a quitter. Call me a coward. There is no way I am putting them kids back in danger.
No, we're doing something that's never been done before. How can that not be dangerous?
The Specs brought me a note from Crutchy at the refuge. I tried to go see her, climbed up a fire escape. But they busted her up so bad she couldn't even come to the window. What if she don't make it? Are you willing to shoulder that for 1/10 of a penny a pipe?
It's not about pennies. No, you said yourself that my folks wouldn't be in the mess we're in if my father had a union. This is a fight we have to win.
If I wanted a sermon, I'd show up to church.
Tell me how quitting does Crutchy any good. Exactly. So, here's how it'll go once we win, and we will be winning, make no mistake.
We'll be what?
We're already winning.
Right.
And we'll tell them straight out they let Crutchy go or they keep getting pounded.
Dave, what the hell? Did they bust up your brains or something? As I recall, Dave, we all got our asses kicked. They won.
Won the battle.
Oh, come on.
Jackie, think about it. We've got them surrounded.
Here's what I think. Joe's a jerk. He's a rattlesnake.
You're right, and you know why a snake starts to rattle.
No, why?
Because he's scared.
Sure.
Go and look it up. The poor guy's head is spinning. Why would he send for the goons? An entire army, dozens of goons, plus the cops and...
You know, you may be right.
His fake guy.
If he wasn't afraid.
Exactly. He knows we're winning. Get those
Kids to see we're circling victory
and watch what happens. We're doing something no one's even tried. And yes, we're terrified, but watch what happens.
You can't undo the past.
So just move on and stay on track. 'Cause Humpty Dumpty is about to crack.
We've got faith.
And we've got the plan.
We've got Jack.
So just watch what happens. We're back.
And I've got a date.
I've read your editorials, Mr. Pulitzer. How can you have so much sympathy for the trolley workers and yet have none for the Newsies?
Because the trolley workers are striking for a fair contract. The Newsies are striking against me.
Well, I would spare you the embarrassment if I could, but the burlesque house is private property.
He can't order a raid without a legal cause.
Mr. Mayor, would the fact that this rally is organized by an escaped convict be enough to shut it down?
An escaped convict?
A fugitive from one of your own institutions. A convicted thief wreaking mischief on our law-abiding community. Mr. Snyder, which one is he?
That one there, Jack Kelly.
And how do you know this boy?
His is not a pleasant story. He was first sentenced to my refuge for loitering and vagrancy. But his total disregard for authority has made him a frequent visitor.
You said he was a thief and escaped convict?
After his release, I caught him myself red-handed, trafficking stolen food and clothing. He was last sentenced to 6 months, but the willful ruffian escaped.
So you'd be doing the city a service, removing this criminal from our streets.
Well, perhaps if we could take him in quietly.
What good would quiet do me? I want a public example made of him.
Mr. Pulitzer, the boy, Jack Kelly, is here.
Here?
Just outside. He asked to see you.
Well, ask and ye shall be received. Mr. Snyder, if you please. Sit.
Mr. Jack Kelly.
Afternoon, gentlemen.
And which Jack Kelly is this? The charismatic union organizer or the petty thief and escaped convict?
Which one gives us more in common?
Impudence is in bad taste when crawling for mercy.
Crawling? No, that's a laugh. Now, see, I just stopped by with an invite. It seems a few hundred of your employees are rallying to discuss recent disagreements. And I thought it only fair for you to be able to state your case directly to the fellas. So, what do you say, Joe? You want I should save you a spot on the bill?
You are as shameless and disrespectful a creature as I had been told. Do you have any idea what I was doing when I was your age, boy? I was fighting in a war.
Yeah, how'd that turn out for you?
It taught me a lesson that shaped my life. You don't win a war on the battlefield. It's the headline that crowns the victor.
I'll keep that in mind when New York wakes up to front page photos of our rally.
No, rally till the cows come home. There's not a paper in town that'll print a word. And if it's not in the papers, it never happened.
You know, you may run this city, but there are those of us who can't be bullied, even some reporters.
Oh, such as that young woman who made you yesterday's news. Talented girl. And beautiful as well, don't you think?
I'll tell her you said so.
No need. She can hear for herself. Can't you, darling? I trust you know my daughter, Catherine. Yes, my daughter. You're probably asking yourself, why the nom de plume and why doesn't my daughter work for me? Good questions. I offered Catherine a life of wealth and leisure. Instead, she chose to pursue a career. And she was showing real promise until this recent lapse. But you're done with all that now, aren't you, sweetheart?
Jack, I didn't...
Oh, don't trouble the boy with your problems, dearest. Mr. Kelly has a plate full of his own. Wouldn't you say so, Mr. Snyder?
Hello, Jack.
Does anyone else feel a noose tightening? But allow me to offer an alternate scenario. You attend this rally and speak against this hopeless strike. I'll see your criminal record expunged and your pockets filled with enough cash to carry you in a first-class train compartment from New York to New Mexico and beyond. You did say you wanted to travel west, didn't you?
There ain't a person in this room who don't know you stink.
And if they know me, they know I don't care. Mark my words, boy. Defy me, and I will have you and every one of your friends locked up in the refuge. Now I know, you're Mr. Tough Guy. But it's not right to condemn that poor crippled girl to conditions like that. Oh, and what about your pal, Davy? Davy and his baby brother, ripped from their loving family and tossed to the rats. How will they ever be able to thank you enough? Time's running out, kid, so what do you say? Cowboy or convict, I win either way. Your abject surrender was always the bottom line. Gentlemen, escort our guest to the cellar so he might reflect in solitude. Too bad you've no job, Jack, but you did resign. Too bad you've no family, but you can't have mine. Be glad you're alive, boy, I'd say that's the bottom line.
Like the Pied Piper, you knew what to play.
Till those kids all believed you were right.
Lucky for them, all but one got away.
They may not be so lucky tonight.
We've been given discretion to handle you as we see fit. So behave.
But just in case, I've been polishing my favorite pair of brass knuckles.
You can sleep right here on this old printing press. Now that there is fur.
Newsies need our help today. Tell 'em Brooklyn's on the way. We're from, we are Brooklyn Newsies. Discovered that our bodies is hurting, facing total disaster for certain. That's our cue, but it's time to go slumming. In Manhattan, the cavalry's coming. Have no fear, you know we got your back. Payback, Brooklyn team. We'll get your payback with some payback. We're those boys on the beaches of Brighton, Prospect Park, and the Navy Yard Pier. Strikes ain't fun, but the shore is exciting. Loud and clear, Brooklyn's here.
Borough what gave me birth, friendliest place on earth. Pay us a visit and see what we means. And when you do, we'll kick your halfway to Queens. None and Stokers is in for a soaking. What a sad way to end the career. It's a joke, but it's taken for joking. Loud and clear, Manhattan's here. Brooklyn's here. We is here.
Welcome, Newsies of New York City. Welcome to my theater and to your revolution.
And let's hear it for Spud Con in Brooklyn!
Newsies United. Let's see what Pulitzer's got to say to you now.
Hey, Davey, where's Jack?
Sorry, kid, no sign of him. Looks like you're doing a solo.
Newsies of New York! Look what we've done. We've got kids from every paper in every neighborhood here tonight. Tonight, we are making history. Okay, tonight, we declare that we are just important as part of the newspaper as any reporter or editor. We are done being treated like kids. Now, from here on out, they will treat us as equals!
You want to be treated like adults and start making some sense. Don't just flap your mouths.
And here's Jack!
All right, all right, all right! Pulitzer raised the price of papes without so much as a word to us. That was a lousy thing to do. So we get mad. We show them we ain't gonna be pushed around no more. And then we strike. And then what happens? Pulitzer puts the price back where it was, so we goes back to work. And then what happens a week later when he decides to raise prices again? And don't think he won't. And what do we do if he decides to raise the price again after that? Fellas, we gotta be reasonable. We don't work. We don't get paid. How many days can you go without making money, huh? No matter how long, Pulitzer can go longer, I guarantee. Now, I have spoken with Mr. Pulitzer, and he has promised me that if we disband the union, he will not raise the price of papes for 2 years. He will even put that in writing. Now, I say we take the deal. Go back to work knowing that our price is secured. All we have to do is vote no on the strike. Vote no!
That was some speech you made.
How do you get here?
Spec showed me.
Well, did he say you could go through my stuff too?
I saw them rolled up, sticking out of there. I didn't know what they were. These drawings. These are of the refuge, aren't they? Is this what it's really like in there? 3 boys to a bed, rats and vermin everywhere?
What, a little different from where you was raised?
Snyder told my father you were arrested stealing food and clothing. This is why, isn't it? You stole to feed those boys. I don't understand. If you were willing to go to jail for them, how can you turn your back on them now?
Oh, I don't think you're one to talk about turning on folk.
Oh, I never turned on you or anyone else.
No, you just ratted us out to your father. Your father!
My father has eyes on every corner of this city, and he doesn't need me spying for him. And I never lied. I didn't tell you everything.
Oh, if you weren't a girl, you'd be trying to speak through a fist in your mouth.
I said I worked for the Sun, and I did. I said my professional name was Plumber, and it is. You never asked my real one.
I didn't think I would have to unless I knew I was dealing with a backstabber.
Oh, and if I were a boy, you'd be looking at me through one swollen eye.
Oh, don't let that stop you. Give it your best shot.
I need to know you didn't do it for the money.
I spoke the truth. You win a fight when you got the other fella down eating pavement. And you heard your father. No matter how many days the strike lasts, he ain't giving up. I don't know what else we can do.
Ah, but I do.
Oh, come on.
Really, Jack? Really? Only you can have a good idea? Or is it because I'm a girl?
Okay, I didn't say
This is a good time for you to shut up. Being boss doesn't mean you have all the answers. Just the brains to know the right one when you hear it.
I'm listening.
Good for you. The strike was your idea, the rally was Davy's, and now my plan will take us to the finish line. Deal with it.
The Children's Crusade.
For the sake of all the kids in every sweatshop, factory, and slaughterhouse in New York, I beg you, join us. With those words, the strike stopped being about the Newsies. You've challenged our whole generation to stand up and demand a place at the table.
The Children's Crusade.
Think, Jack, if we publish this, my words, with one of your drawings, and if every newsie under 21 read it and stayed home from work, or better yet, came to Newsies Square, a general citywide strike. Even my father couldn't ignore that.
Oh, only one problem. We got nowhere to print it.
Oh, come on, there has to be one printing press he doesn't control.
Oh, no.
What?
I think I know where there's a printing press we could use.
Well, then what are we standing around here for? Let's go.
Hang on. What is this about for you? And I don't mean the Children's Crusade. I mean, am I wrong? Or is there something?
Of course there is.
Don't say it like it happens every day.
Jack, I didn't say
I'm not an idiot, okay? I know girls like you don't end up with guys like me, and I don't want you promising something you gotta take back later. It's just standing here tonight, looking at you. I'm just afraid tomorrow's gonna come and mess it all up. I just wish I could grab a hold of something to make time stop. Just so I could keep looking at you.
You snuck up on me, Jack Kelly, and I never even saw it coming.
For sure.
For sure.
If things were different,
And if you weren't going to Santa Fe,
and if you weren't an heiress, and if your father wasn't after my head.
you're not really afraid of my father.
No. And I'm pretty scared of you.
Don't be. I'll get the lights. You get those windows unlocked.
You got enough keys there for the entire building. Has somebody been picking Daddy's pockets?
The janitor's worked here since he was 8 and hasn't had a raise in 20 years. He's on our side 100%.
So did you bring enough guys to keep us covered?
No, we could hold a hoedown in here and no one would be the wiser.
Oh, good job.
Hey, it's good to have you back again.
Shut up.
Here she is, boys. Just think, while my father snores blissfully in his bed, we'll be using his very own press to take him down!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Is that what they print the papers on? I always knew they'd lock this old girl down in the cellar, but I think she'll do the job.
Jack, this is Darcy. He knows just about everything there is to know about printing.
So, you work for one of the papes?
My father, he owns the Trib.
Whoa.
And this is Bill. He'll be typesetting the article for us.
Oh, Bill. So I suppose you're the son of William Randolph Hearst.
And proud to be part of your evolution.
In the words of the little one, can we table the palaver and get back to business?
Little grease should be good as gold.
Okay, so this is how it's gonna work. Now, we'll print off the papes and then race. You'll let the fellas in, and they'll spread the news to every working kid in this city. Then after that...
And after that, it's up to them. There's change coming once and for all. You'll make the front page, and man, you is major news. Tomorrow they'll see what we are, and sure as a star, we ain't come this far to lose. Here they come. This is the story we needed to write, as we kept out of sight but no more. In a few hours, like on till the light, we'll be ready to fight us a war. This time we're ready to stay. Talk about seizing the day. Writing in ink or in blood, it's the same either way. Gag on a damn well. Sailman Pulitzer snug in his bed. He don't care if we're dead or alive. 3 satin pillows are under his head while he's begging for bread to survive. So you can stop counting sheep. We're gonna sing you to sleep. Then while your stews will be lighting a fuse with the promise we take in the keep. Once and for all, if they go mind them manners, we'll bleed on. Bleed on. Freedom. Finally we raising the stakes. This time whatever it takes. This time the union awaits. Once and for all.
In the words of Union leader Jack Kelly, we will work with you. We will even work for you. But we will be paid and treated as valuable members of your organizations. Riveting stuff, huh?
Well, hey, get going. You got a very important man to see.
Fingers crossed.
Hey, for us too.
This is for kids shining shoes on the street with no shoes on their feet every day. This is for guys sweating blood in the shops while their bosses and cops look away. I've seen kids standing tall, wearing and raring the brawl. Armies of guys who are sick of the lies, getting ready to rise to the call. Once and for all, every blood on the wall if they doubt us. They think they're running this town, but this town will shut down without us. 10,000 kids in the square, 10,000 fists in the air. Show you his gun up like bear, once and for all. 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 There's change coming once and for all. You're getting too old, too weak to keep holding on. A new world is coming for you, and Joey is too, till once and for all, you're gone. Once and for all. Once and for all. Once and for all. Once and for all.
I'm sorry, Mr. Pulitzer will have to call you back.
I'm sorry, but he's not available right now.
He can't talk. He'll call you back.
I'm sorry, but Mr. Pulitzer's
I'm
busy
sorry,
right now.
Mr.
Silence those phones!
The whole city is shut down. Nobody's working anywhere, and everyone is blaming you.
They're all calling. The mayor, the publishers, the manufacturers, and such language.
Can't just barge in here.
How are we doing this morning, fellas?
You're behind this. We had a deal.
Oh, yeah, that came with a money-back guarantee. And thank you for your lesson on the powers of the press.
Did you read this, boss? These kids actually put out a pretty good paper. Very convincing.
No doubt written by my daughter.
Well, I'd pick her up before somebody else does.
I demand to know who defied my ban on printing strike material.
We are your loyal employees. We would never take our business elsewhere.
That old printing press down in the cellar.
Ah.
I made you the offer of a lifetime. Anyone who doesn't act in his own self-interest is a fool.
Then what's that make you? This all started because you wanted to sell more papers. Now the circulation is down 70%. Why didn't you just come talk to us?
Oh, because guys like Joe don't talk to nobodies like us. But a wise reporter once told me, a boss don't need to have all the answers, just the brains to snatch up the right ones when he hears it.
Now is the time to seize the day. Stare down the odds and seize the day. Minute by minute, that's how you win it. We will find a way. But let us see the day.
Have a look out there, Mr. Pulitzer. In case you ain't figured it out, you're surrounded.
New York is closed for business. Paralyzed. You can't get a paper where a shoe shine. You can't send a message, ride an elevator, or across the Brooklyn Bridge. You can't even leave your own building. So, what's your next move?
Mr. Pulitzer, the mayor is here along with your daughter, and you're never gonna believe who else.
Good morning, Mr. Pulitzer. I believe you know the governor.
Governor Roosevelt?
Joseph. What have you done now?
I'm certain once you hear my explanation...
Thanks to Miss Meadowlarkin bringing your daughter to my office, I already have a thorough grasp of the situation. Graphic illustrations included. Bully is the expression I usually employ to show approval. But in your case, I simply mean bully. And is this the boy of whom you spoke? How are you, son? I'm told we once shared a carriage ride.
Pleasure's all mine, Mr. Governor.
Well, Joe, don't just stand there letting those children sing endlessly. Give them the good news.
What good news?
Why, that you've come to your senses and rolled back prices. Unless, of course, you'd like to invite a full state Senate investigation into your employment practices.
You wouldn't dare!
After the power you wielded to keep me from office, I'd do it with a smile. Now, come along, Joseph. There's just one thing worse than a hard heart, and that's a soft head. And think of the happiness you'll bring those children. He doesn't do happiness, does he?
Mr. Kelly, if I may speak to you alone.
Keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground. You can do this.
cannot put the price back where it was. I'm sorry, I can't. There are other considerations.
Look, I get it. You gotta save face in front of all them folks, all right? I'm young. I ain't stupid.
Thank you for understanding.
But I got constituents with a legitimate gripe.
What if I reduce the raise by half and get the others to do the same? It's a compromise we can all live with.
But you eat our losses. Any paper we can't sell, you buy back full price.
Look, that was never on the table. What's to keep Newsies from taking hundreds of papers they can't sell? My costs would explode.
No newsie is gonna bust his back carrying around a bunch of papers he can't sell. But if he can take a few extra with no risk, oh, then he might sell them, and your circulation would grow. It's a compromise we can all live with.
Not a bad head you've got on your shoulders.
Deal?
That's disgusting.
It's just the price of doing business.
The world will know. We keep it sore. In the day gives us our rights, so we give them more. We've been down too long, and we pay our dues. And the things we do today will be tomorrow's news. And the die is fast, the clock is fast, the world will rise. It will grow and grow and grow and grow and grow and grow and
Newsies of New York, we won! And now, I would like to introduce my own personal pal, Governor Theodore Roosevelt himself.
Each generation must, at the height of its power, step aside and invite the young to share the day. You have laid claim to our world, and I believe the future, in your hands, will be bright and prosperous. Your drawing son have brought another matter to bear. Officers, if you please.
Hiya, fellas. You missed me. And look what I got yous. A gift straight from the refuge.
Jack, with your drawings, you've made an eloquent argument for shutting down the refuge. And be assured, Mr. Snyder's abuses will be fully investigated. Officer, take him away.
Oh, Your Highness. May I please do the honors?
You gotta be kidding.
You'll be laughing all the way to the pen, little man. So long, sucker!
Thank you, Governor.
I can't help but thinking, if one of your drawings convinced the governor to close down the refuge, what might a daily political cartoon do to expose the dealings in our own government's back rooms? What do you say, Teddy? Care to let this young man's artistry shine a lantern behind your closed doors?
Don't sweat it, Gov. With the strike settled, I best be hitting the road.
Don't you ever get tired of singing the same old tune? You know, what's Santa Fe got the New York ain't? Like sandstorms? Or?
Better yet, what has New York got that Santa Fe ain't? New York's got us. We's a family.
Did I not hear something about the strike being settled?
Papes for the Newsies. Line up, boys. These papes ain't gonna sell themselves.
Come along, Governor. I'd like to see this back seat I've heard so much about.
Well, don't just stand there. You've got a union to run. Besides, didn't someone offer you a pretty exciting job?
What, me? Work for your father?
You already worked for my father.
Oh, yeah.
And you have one more ace up your sleeve.
What would that be?
Many lives in danger. Wherever you go, I'm with you. Right by your side.
For sure.
For sure.
Don't take much to be a dreamer. All you do is close your eyes. But some made-up world is all you'll ever see. Now my eyes is finally open, and my dreams face average size. But they don't much matter if you ain't with me.
Well, Jack, are you in or you out?